first week of December. This whole week, I've been seeing the balance synchronicity that I started seeing at the beginning, which is the 3 numbers and the first and the last number are the same number, balanced, and then the middle one is just a random number. It's been coming up a lot this whole week. The last time something like that happened, where it was a lot, accelerated in one day, was because I was receiving something. There was something coming my way. And I was going to receive it. It ended up being a message energetically. I think that was probably like one of the first ones. So if you go back, I know I talked about it, about listening to a song. I don't feel like that's the same. I know something's coming. I know that much. And it's just the balance signs keep coming up. So that's just kind of been the thing that's been popping up lately. Yeah. So, yeah. Another thing that's been different, I think I mentioned I'm embracing the tarot spread a little bit more. I actually, this new person bought me some of the extra tarot cards that I'm using now for clarification purposes. So today I actually did a larger spread. So it was like the main ones, and then I used the new ones just for clarification. It's exhausting. I don't know how they do that. Because MJ just goes to town with it. Like, she's just and asking all these questions and she's picking up the messages like crazy. Allie only does like 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Chris from Inopon, he does he's like in the middle where he'll do 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 12, and then he'll do little ones, and then he'll do like some on the side. So I guess if I had to like put them in order, it's Allie, short, sweet, to the point, and then she'll clarify each card of the 9 cards with 3 cards for clarification for each one. And then it's Chris, who will just kind of do his traditional, like his structured spreads. And then MJ she switches it up. She will expand and ask so many questions here. So then there's cards all over the place. She has a lot of decks, and I think the other 2 also do too, but it's just interesting to like pick up, just paying attention and picking up on little tidbits and stuff, learning experiences. And so I'm still taking that class slowly but surely. I'm hoping that by the end of this month, I'll be able to dedicate more time, because the plan is, not the plan, but it's just my expectation really, of what everyone's been sharing in terms of outcomes and things that I already knew in terms of the poll. Like I've been polled for December to be the month that I, say goodbye to things that are really consuming in different levels, and just finalizing, right? I think a big piece of it is just finalizing the conclusion of these things. Yeah. For a fresh start in January. Hopefully it'll be a fresh start at the end of December, so I can have a little break like a really nice, you know, it'd be nice to have the last 2 weeks off. But I'm in the process of training people this month, you know, to take over, because I'll leaving my position. I think tomorrow I'm gonna take like a big step in letting my colleagues know that that's the plan. So I'm a little nervous about that. But I should tell myself everything will be fine, because it has been so far. I mean, just in terms of my expectations, right? My expectations and my thoughts about things, like I'll hear certain tarot readings about like people who are jealous and this and that, and there's gonna be pushback. But then I tell myself, I'm like, that doesn't sound like the people that I'm around. Not that I'm all Pollyanna or anything, but I really truly feel like, I mean, there might be like one or two, you know, sour apples, but for the most part, like everyone that I work with, it's a great place to work. I love the people there. I mean, wholeheartedly. I mean, our agency was known for being the Disneyland of agencies at one point. I mean, I don't think it's the same level of reputation now, but you know, over the years, things, pressures, you know, and expectations and things change, and so there's definitely been a lot of that over the past few years. But I remember when I first started, like I couldn't imagine. I had a hard time accepting the fact that I worked in such an amazing and incredible place with powerful, transformational leadership. I mean, at all levels. I truly believe that we still have individuals in leadership that are transformative and inspiring and knowledgeable. So, yeah, I don't anticipate it being a difficult transition. I think if anything, there'll be sadness for sure. Maybe a little bit of resentment because it just means more work for everybody else. But I think if we come up with a system of how to, you know, share the responsibilities like we have been, you know, we've been doing that a lot lately through this COVID experience within the agency, is breaking down, right, those structures and constructs and beliefs about what my role is, what everyone else's role is, you know. And there was this tension before about, oh, I can't do that because that's not my role, right? And really working within my level of influence to break down those barriers, right? And I'm seeing it even from the top, which is great, right? It's an amazing it's an amazing thing to see that. It's an amazing thing to see that even from the top, it kind of trickles down that way, to the individual level. And for those of you that don't know, you know, at least in our agency, when you're in a position of leadership and power, some people automatically think of this triangle where that one person kind of rules everybody else, but it really isn't. Like a really good leader, it's the opposite, where they are at the bottom and they are kind of like holding everybody up. It's a triangle. That's a triangle. That's another triangle. Bottom holding people up. I know that's from a book. I need to find out what that book is. But yeah, so in our agency, that's how leadership is viewed. That the people in leadership serve everybody else. We're of service to those who we lead. You know, they do an incredible job during Bosses Day, where all of the leaders supervisors, program managers, even our director and CEO, we serve our clinicians, our staff, we serve them food. We're behind, we're serving, we buy the food, we you know, we didn't get to do that this year just because of the whole COVID experience, but we did try to do something nice for them. And but every year it's the same. Every year the supervisors, program managers buy food for the staff, and then we serve the food, or they serve the food because I haven't had an opportunity to do that. But yeah, I mean, it's a really great place to work, and I'm so grateful to have had 8 wonderful years of learning, of growth, of exposure, really, to all of these leaders, the ones that have moved on, in different roles or capacities, or even those that have passed away, that I looked up to as a leader. I'm truly blessed and grateful and appreciative of this experience. And it's going to be hard to write that, to let people know. That's going to make it real, more real, more real than it just kind of, it's still very surreal compared to that like first moment where I told my program manager that I wasn't kidding, that I was really planning on leaving. So another opportunity came up also where I might be able to keep a similar job or a similar position with benefits, pays a little more than the contract work that I was thinking about trying. I work a few less days, which will be nice, but I don't know about the flexibility. Because it does follow more so the school schedule. I mean, I still have to apply and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. So it's between that and the contract work that is more flexible, that I could, the paperwork might be really less, and at least I'm imagining it being less, but the flexibility I think I really like a lot more than going into the school scene again. Not that I don't like it, I do. I just like the idea of flexibility, that if I, for whatever chance I needed to do less hours, I could, So decisions. It's the month of decisions. It's a month of resting. I've been doing a lot more meditation. Some light, not a lot. Not a lot of movement either, but I'm just taking that in. I'm accepting it. I'm just being at peace in that moment. And it feels good. So I definitely think what MJ was talking about, and everybody else had mentioned it a little bit here and there, that rest is definitely needed this month. Rest and protection of my energy. The other interesting thing that I've noticed the last 2 days, more so today than anything, was that when I was looking at the different people I follow for their messages, some of them, the Libra message resonates, and then for others it doesn't. So then I'll go to Gemini, but then sometimes that doesn't resonate. And then there was one, Allie's tarot, that it just it was like Gemini and Libra. It was like if it was mixed energy, because it's like parts of it I didn't resonate at all. So I'm thinking, okay, it might be for someone else, right? and then it would, I can kind of see where I'm at, and I have my suspicions as to why, but I'm not gonna say anything. But that's been interesting that, and then I try to look in the description box to see, okay, are they using more their sun sign or ascending sign, so that I know, okay, which sign do I follow? But they don't have that listed. I think it's just whatever the energy comes up. And then one person did say that it seems that she was having a hard time understanding it because it just seemed like it was the end. Like she was able to pick up the fact that this energy was interfering into the reading, like bleeding into, but it's like it was really hard for her to tell who was who. So it was really interesting. I have my suspicions, but you know, Temperance, gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, that was it. Just wanted to share what's been going on since that's been the case lately, and I think that's a sign to end it. All right, you guys have a good one. Bye.